What's going on, YouTube? I'm just getting off work, and I'm gonna tell you something I was watching, man. I'm gonna tell you something I was watching it at work. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what's going on with Rob Parker lately, man. Y'all been noticing he seems like a grumpy old man, and when I say Rob Parker, it's the guy that's on the Odd Couple. And I've been watching him. He used to be on the show with Chris Broussard, but Chris got his own show with Nick Wright. So he ended up putting a guy on there named Kevin Washington, you know what I'm saying? So I watched the show. It's a pretty good show. I've been watching the show for years, even when Chris Broussard was on there. But lately with Rob Parker, man, it's like he's losing his mind. You know, I guess when you start becoming an older guy, everything kind of tick you off. And it seemed like anytime something about LeBron James is brought up, Tom Brady is brought up, Bronny James is brought up, people he don't like, when anybody brings their name up, he just getting his feelings. He just go off. And lately, he almost had a meltdown the other day on the show on Kevin Washington.
The real thing. They didn't do anything for him. Booby Gibson was a starting point guard. They had Drew Gooden.
How many
was
games
one
did
of
they
their
win
best
during
players.
those years? You want to go over the win total during the LeBron Cleveland years? Were they the number one seed? Did they win 60 games every year?
Because
but they didn't
of
have
him.
anybody. Okay.
Wait. You're telling me they had something?
But in the playoffs, they didn't have anything? How did they win?
I just said they had LeBron.
How'd they win games?
By LeBron.
But they couldn't win with
By
LeBron
LeBron.
in the playoffs?
You were there when he scored 25
But he couldn't win in the playoffs?
Because I'm saying the team was
He beat the Pistons by himself.
I'm glad you asked.
Okay, so what happened?
So
He
hold
went
on,
to San Antonio.
let me talk. Michael Jordan didn't do anything either until Pippen became Pippen, until he got Phil Jackson. He just put up a bunch of points, and that's a fact. He was getting swept in first round. He wasn't getting out the second round, and that's okay because no one does it alone, Rob. Magic Johnson walked into Jamal Wilkes, Norm Nixon, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
They weren't winning anything
players.
before that.
But he had guys.
Go look at the Lakers before that. How many championships did they win before he got there?
You said
Magic.
That. My point
he
is,
revitalized that franchise.
That's my point, but I have to do it with Kareem. Who was their best player when they were there? It was Kareem the first half years. Magic will tell you that. And then it's Kareem and then Magic. So I'm not knocking. You need people, is my point.
I'm talking about his legacy. It ain't nobody thinks of him as the all-time greatest scorer like Kareem was forever. That's not what you think about when you think about LeBron. You think about he ushered in the legacy of trying to stack his team to win. And that's what he wanted to do.
Fine,
and it didn't work.
You're missing
it didn't
the genesis
work for him.
I don't get
how.
So,
he went 10 times. It didn't work.
So
it didn't work.
You're missing the genesis. The reason why this happened was because the Cavs were doing nothing, and he realized you all are only going to judge me on winning championships, period. I'm the same player talent-wise. I'm good. I'm winning MVPs. I've got to drag the team to the finals in 2007. You're only going to judge me on winning championships. The team is doing nothing for 7 years, 6, 7, 8 years.
Come on, man.
So he leaves on.
You know what? To sit here and say they did nothing. They got him everybody he wanted. Even Shaq wore Cavaliers.
Okay.
No. How did Shaq get there? How did he get there?
He was 40.
How did he get there? How did he get there?
He was 40.
Why was he on that team then?
Because he was Shaq, but he was 40.
No, but I'm asking you how. Right. LeBron didn't want him and they brought Shaq in.
If your argument,
I'm asking you.
that might be the worst argument you've ever said.
No, it ain't. Answer the question.
A 40-year-old Shaq who
how did he get there? LeBron didn't want him, but he got there.
Why are you bringing up a 40-year-old Shaq?
Because I'm asking you, how did Shaq get to Cleveland?
Because I'll tell you.
No, I'm asking you.
Let me answer the question.
Answer it.
Easily. They always a dollar late and a dollar short. A day late and a dollar short.
Cleveland or LeBron? Who's making the decisions?
Cleveland.
Come on,
They're
man.
always LeBron only wants a 40-year-old. He don't want a 34-year-old Shaq still balling. He wants a 40-year-old. He wants a has-been Ben Wallace.
If LeBron said, I don't want Shaq, the Cavaliers wouldn't have done it? The
Miami Heat got still something in the tank, Shaq. LeBron got Shaq talks about how washed up he was. Ben Wallace wasn't the same. They did nothing. He leaves and wins
Doing nothing means you didn't bring in anybody. That's what doing nothing is.
Name me somebody. I'll wait.
Doing nothing. You said they did nothing. Doing nothing means you don't bring anybody in.
No.
It might not have worked out, but you can't say they didn't do anything.
If you're telling me, if your best friend, they brought in a 40-year-old Shaq.
Ben Wallace won 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards.
Over. So what I'm saying is they didn't bring in anybody at the right time. So he went and got it himself, and to the tune of the Cavaliers doing nothing before, while he was there the first run. He comes back and wins. So all I'm saying is he had to go create what he was never going to get there in Cleveland.
Man, he was just trying to turn the guy's head off, wouldn't even let him talk. And the subject was about LeBron James and he had one segment when Kevin Washington was saying Jordan is the greatest of all time and LeBron James is the best, which I don't agree with. I mean, if you ask me, the best is the greatest. But Rob Parker started going off. He started going crazy at the guy, yelling at the guy, yelling out of his mind. It kind of looked like to me that Kevin Washington guy, he don't really rock with him, man, because how he been talking to him lately, it's getting to the point where how he was going at him was a little bit disrespectful. I'm like, hey, man, I would have told Rob Parker, hey, man, watch your tone.
Similarly, the way we'll do it with LeBron.
No, you make an excuse. You're like the biggest, I'm dead serious, the biggest LeBron apologist I've ever heard.
That's the furthest thing
I'm
from
going
the
to tell
truth.
you.
No,
listen to me.
furthest
Listen to me.
thing from
I
the
think
truth.
you are, and that's
Okay,
why people
okay.
think you're like on the
Rob G.
payroll. You're on the
You sit here
payroll
every
because
day, Rob G.
you are the biggest
How much do I
LeBron
criticize?
apologist.
Rob G.
No matter
How
what.
much do I
Nobody was
criticize
good.
LeBron?
Nobody was good in Cleveland. LeBron didn't have
Facts.
anybody. When Michael Jordan went to Chicago, what did the Bulls win? Scottie Pippen was this great player, but he never won Finals MVP, even though he was so great, and he's the reason Michael Jordan won. This is the nonsense. I'm just hear me out. This is why people try to make up some scenario. Oh, the only thing you talk about is Michael Jordan being 6-0. No, he wasn't. He was a scoring leader 10 straight times. He won so many awards defensively. He did everything. Nobody's saying he's perfect, but this whole notion that the reason LeBron didn't win is because there's Twitter, or the reason that he didn't win is because Skip Bayless and Rob Parker and Chris Broussard had a morning show on ESPN. Turn the show off. Really? Come on, man. That is weak. That's the reason that LeBron didn't win is because there was debate sports talk show, or because some guy in his mother's basement is tweeting about LeBron and he can't handle it. Oh my God. This is what you're talking about.
That's not at all what we're talking about.
I can't handle it.
You actually said the point was that he played through that.
No,
That was the point.
but
You
the point
completely
is
missed the whole
that
point.
everybody's like, oh, LeBron. He's the one who put on his back in a tattoo, the chosen one. He's the one who called himself the king. That wasn't anybody else. When you do that, you put a target on your back when you talk about you're the king and you're the chosen one. And then you want to bellyache about it. You go from team to team, trying to stack your freaking team, and you still don't win. You still lose more than any other NBA MVP in the history of the sport. You come to LA, you complain that I don't have anybody. AD, that's not good enough. We need more players. You get Luka, one of the best players in the league. You still get knocked out in the first round. You're going to blame everybody. He never takes responsibility that it's him or that he made the move. You talk about Cleveland do anything. Oh, Cleveland didn't do anything. The front office. He's the one who went and got Westbrook.
You know the best
did he
part
go
about
get
this
it? Did he get Westbrook or did the Lakers get Westbrook?
You know what the best part about this is?
Ridiculous.
You say I'm the homer for LeBron,
Yes.
which is the furthest thing from the truth. You're so obsessed with him, you didn't even have anything to say about Michael Jordan. The whole point of this was what KD said about Jordan.
No, the whole point is that no matter what, and this is why you can't be honest and just
I
say
can't be honest.
Michael Jordan is the greatest.
I just said it.
No,
That's how I
you
started
didn't.
it.
Because you
That's
started out
literally
where you
started.
have to put out that LeBron
Michael
is the
Jordan,
best to you.
no, Michael
that makes
Jordan
no
is
sense to me.
It does. I
No,
can
it
explain
doesn't.
it. First of all, Michael Jordan is the greatest. And you
But
sit
LeBron
here-
is the best.
And
Is that right?
that's another conversation.
No,
I
it's
can
not.
explain
No,
that.
it's not.
And it's the same Rob Parker that had that stuff to say. He said he asked a question on First Take about RG3 that time, and he ended up getting suspended. And then I don't think with ESPN they renewed his contract, so he ended up going to Fox 1 over there with Skip Bayless. Ended up going to, and they came up with the Odd Couple. It ended up being a pretty good show with Chris Broussard. And then Chris Broussard went to, because he was doing two shows, one with Nick Wright. I can't remember the name of the show. And then the Odd Couple, which is more of a radio show. But he ended up just going to do the one show with Nick Wright. And Rob Parker ended up getting a new co-host, and it was Kevin Washington. And I kind of like his takes a lot of times, but it's like lately with him, he seemed like an angry man. Like, get off my lawn. Like, do y'all boys hate LeBron? But when you bring up, like, I watched Kevin Washington say this, when you bring up Aaron Rodgers, he gonna show them a certain kind of love. He the same guy that was saying Tom Brady was gonna fall off. Not the cliff. Max Kellerman was saying the cliff, but Rob Parker was waiting for Tom Brady to fall off, crash and burn, and it didn't happen. He kept winning Super Bowls. So every year he would have to turn around his take on how he feel about Tom Brady. Is he the greatest of all time and all that? But man, he seemed like a hater. And a lot of times to the guy, like it even got to the point where Kevin Washington pointed out that Michael Jordan didn't win anything without Scottie Pippen. He was getting swept. He was getting kicked out the first round. All that was going on when Jordan was with the Bulls before Scottie Pippen got there. Scottie Pippen got there, and that's when he started winning his rings, because he got 6 rings. Scottie Pippen got 6 rings. So he didn't win before Scottie Pippen got there. I don't really trip on a Phil Jackson, because I think sometimes a player can make a coach. So, but more of Scottie Pippen, you know what I'm saying? And Kevin Washington, the whole point was everybody needs somebody to win. You know what I'm saying? Everybody need help. Like this guy played over there in LeBron James played in Cleveland all these years. Like almost 7 years. Did he play, 7 years? Didn't get no help. They was bringing this guy cans. And he took them guys to the finals. And then he just got to the point of everybody pushes this narrative. They sit on TV all the time and push this narrative that you're only judged by how many rings you win. So then basically, in so many words, they pushed LeBron to go with Dwayne Wade and end up getting Chris Bosh over there to build him a competitive team so he can compete with the big three that was just created. All these other teams that got stars on it, they got a running mate. He never had really a running mate. So he had to go make his own team and become a running mate, you know what I'm saying, with these other teams, you know what I'm saying? So I never had anything bad to say about LeBron when he left after his 7 years. I mean, he gave Cleveland everything he got. You know what I'm saying? He had to go build this legacy. Like I said before, y'all hold every player to a certain standard if they win championships, and then they don't win championships. So him hearing that all the time, he was thinking, oh, my legacy is going to be judged a certain kind of way if I don't go win a championship. Same thing with a Kevin Durant. Probably going to be the same thing with a Giannis. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're going to make these guys move around, because all this talk about what they not winning and how they not winning and all that, instead of letting these dudes be great. LeBron had MVPs and all that, went to the finals and all that, but it was he can't win the big game. He cannot get the ring. Went teamed up, got him a few rings, went back to Cleveland, got him another ring, came to the Lakers, got him another ring. Now the narrative everybody's trying to push is he only got 4 rings in this many years. Like, it's gonna always be a push of the goalpost. People gonna move it every time LeBron can win the next 2 championships the next 2 years, and it's still gonna be another narrative that these guys on TV try to paint. Like Stephen A. already told everybody he never liked LeBron. So how you gonna ever fairly critique somebody when you telling people you don't even like the guy? Like, I think a lot of these guys got so much hate. And the thing with Bronny, like these guys be hating LeBron so much, they hate his son. Like, it's ridiculous a lot of times how much hate the guy get. You know, it just don't make no sense. But with Rob Parker, he's a LeBron hater, a Tom Brady hater, Aaron Rodgers lover. And that's just what it is, man. He seems like an old man saying, get off my lawn. Every time I watch the Odd Couple now, he's getting angrier and angrier. And I used to like watching the show with him and Chris, because the thing about Chris gonna go back at him. But the thing about Chris, we saw it early in his career, he was a LeBron lover. He turned into a LeBron hater too. All these dudes so stuck in this nostalgia thing with Michael Jordan that they never point out his flaws. And see, that's what everybody always have a problem with. That's what Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas is just like me. He says Jordan is his GOAT, but when he give LeBron his flowers, he don't gotta then turn around and say all the flaws that tell you the story. LeBron is one of the people, when you tell his story, you gotta point out his flaws. And that's what Gilbert Arenas be saying. Why we just won't point out how great he is like we do Jordan? We point out how great Jordan is. We don't talk about none of his flaws. We talk about his accomplishments. And that's how it need to be. We need to be fair about that. But, man, have you noticed, do you watch The Odd Couple? And it's like Kevin Washington, he kind of giving some kickback, but it's kind of like he only go back at him a little bit because it feels like he gave him the job. Chris Broussard and Rob Parker, they started the show together, so Chris Broussard would go back at him. They would yell at each other, and they would go at people's neck, go at each other neck, you know what I'm saying? But that's how I feel about it, man. Tell me how y'all feel about The Odd Couple. Do y'all watch The Odd Couple on Fox 1? Tell me how you feel about it, man. Like, comment, subscribe on my video. I'm out.